according to PRNewsWire.com, the daughter of a so-called porn king, Martin Hodas, has released a book outlining her childhood and her upbringing with living around someone who was involved in the porn industry and known as New York Times Square's king of porn at the time in the 1960s and 70s. So the book is called The Princess of 42nd Street: Surviving My Childhood as the Daughter of Times Square's King of Porn. And another important thing to note is Martin Hodas is being depicted in an HBO series called The Deuce, which takes a look at the birth of the Times Square porn industry, and Martin Hodas is being played by actor Saul Stein. So a few things that Romola Hodas can talk about and has talked about include her little brother's kidnapping and an attempt by the mob to kidnap her at Fat Camp, spying on her parents' sex orgies and all-night swinger parties, enduring verbal, physical, and emotional abuse, spending a year in reform school, and how she managed to turn those negatives into a positive life. And if we look ahead, Romola owns and operates Harmony Marketing, selling products to and helping to grow the natural food industry. She was one of the industry's first women to build her own business as a broker, and today she divides her time between Long Island, New York, and Boynton Beach, Florida, where she works as a consultant, healer, and public speaker. You know, it's really hard sometimes to explain things in words when you're trying to explain a feeling or what you grew up with and how that affected your life. For example, verbal, physical, and emotional abuse can be insanely massively impacting for a child growing up, simply because they can carry that with them forever, for an entire lifetime. And the effects of all that abuse can really develop the person into something very rigid, and I can kind of relate that to a porn addiction, for example. It's hard to explain in words the withdrawal effects of that and how different life is without porn. But the fact that this woman, I mean, she witnessed her parents having sex orgies and all-night swinger parties. I can't actually imagine in my mind how that would be. I can't actually understand it. And so the only thing I can really say is she has to have insane determination, her willpower. She's a very strong-minded woman, a very strong-minded person, and the fact that there's an HBO series depicting her father just goes to show how impacting he was in the porn industry, and I just can't imagine growing up with someone in that toxic type of industry which harms people and coming out of that clean. There's people that have given up on far less than what she has. You know, that was the point I was trying to remember earlier. There's people that have given up on life entirely with things that are far less than this. I can't actually imagine. So I have great respect for the fact that she came out of that and built a life for herself, and a stable life that she can enjoy.